Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Gossip Finance. I'm your host, Alacias Enger.
I'm Duncan Sandlin. How's everybody doing today? How are you, Lacey?
Excellent. I'm just excited for another rousing edition of Republicans Gone Wild.
There you go. Well, it is going to be interesting today. We had a lot of stuff going on, so we'll cover the Trump trial. We'll cover some of the election stuff going on, his rally that he did last week. We've also got to cover some financial stuff, what's going on with the economy and what's going on with Social Security, and then we got some fun clips to end with. So all that and a lot more. So we're going to have to start, though, with the trial. Michael Cohen testified this week, not going well, but on top of that, a bunch of Republicans showed up in support of Trump at the trial. Instead of going to work in D.C., they took the day off and went to New York to support Trump and talk shit to the press, and it was just bizarre. The whole thing was really bizarre, but we're going to start with this little clip. This one's I stole from the Midas Touch, but yeah, this is Lauren Boebert and the other GOP leaders just, I don't know, being weird.
So much. And I want all of the news to start asking the question, what is the crime? Because everyone in this court has not been informed of what the crime is. The defendant does not know the crime that was committed.
I like how when she starts to speak, everybody leaves. Did you catch that?
Yes, I did. Wow, I don't even know what to make of that.
Well, and you can't...
They're like, oh, the old cheerleader's talking and we're out.
Well, and the other
They
thing...
were all about participating in the shenanigans, and then she opens her mouth and they're like, never mind.
Well, and this is what's ridiculous, is so she's doing that. Meanwhile, people in the background are shouting, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, because she went to the musical and remember Grope the Guy and everything. Everywhere she goes now, people shout that at her. Oh, man. So that was going on with her. And I love this. They keep doing this shit. They've been doing it on Fox News. What's the crime? What's the crime? What's going on with that? What's going on with the crime? Well, we got to go over this because we've gone over this already, everybody. We're going to do it one more time here. This is the crime. So this is the Manhattan District.
For those of you in the back row,
right,
who might not have heard yet.
So this is the District Attorney, Alvin Bragg. This is their website, the Manhattan District Attorney. And they list that Bragg announces 34-count felony indictment of former President Donald J. Trump. They have a press release right here where they explain what the 34 counts are. But as we've gone through before, they actually put up flowcharts to explain what the crime is. Right? And the crime is really simple. If you falsify business records, it's a misdemeanor. It's not a big deal. It's like a slap on the wrist. But if you do it to conceal another crime, it instantly becomes a felony. Just like if I break into somebody's house, it's breaking and entering, it's a misdemeanor. If I break in and commit a crime while I'm in there, it's burglary, now it's a major felony. Same concept.
Well, can we just even simplify this further? I say to hell with the flow chart. Let's just say to hell with the flow chart right now. People don't take you to court and not tell you why.
Well, yeah, no.
Not a thing.
No.
Not a thing. We can say, screw the flow chart. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of, because a bunch of Republicans standing up there, jumping up and down, screaming, we don't even know what the crime is. That's not a thing. Not a thing.
No.
Even if you're being sued and it's as simple as a lawsuit, they tell you what they're suing you for.
Right. They have to have standing to get in there. And in this case, there was a grand jury of 12 people that said this was worth taking to trial. So a jury's already heard this and said, yeah, we're going to go to trial. I don't know if anybody here has ever sat on a grand jury. That's all it is. The prosecutor comes in, he presents a case, and you guys rule on whether or not you think it's viable to go to trial. Grand juries are better because you're usually out of there the same day. And you don't have to hear the defense. But yeah, it's just crazy to me. But what really kills me is this. So Lauren Boebert's up there screaming and yelling while everybody's walking away. People are shouting Beetlejuice at her. While she's doing that, this is what she's not doing. She's not attending her son's trial. So Lauren Boebert didn't show up at her teen son's trial, but she's attending Donald Trump's.
Well, I hope she's up for Mother of the Year.
Oh, yeah. So Lauren Boebert isn't attending her teenage son's trial at home or providing him with a lawyer. So he doesn't have representation.
What?
Yep.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice,
Beetlejuice. Yep, and she shows up. So
You know what?
Go ahead.
I hope she plans on footing the bill for that kid's therapy because he's going to need it. I don't know anything about her kids, but if my mom showed up for a Trump thing and she didn't show up to my thing, which was also legal, and I also needed a lawyer, there'd be a serious amount of therapy I'd need.
Well, you also have to remember, so her son Tyler, he's 19. He has a kid of his own. She's a grandmother.
Oh, right. Granny Boebert.
Right. So now he's in legal trouble. His mother's a congresswoman. She can't even get him a lawyer. She won't even show up to his trial. And he's in deep shit. And so this is, I mean, and even having the kid thing, I don't know how much of that was because she's anti-abortion, but I'd like to think that probably some of that, or like to, I do think that some of that was probably because of that. She can't have that going on. But he's 19. I just feel bad for this kid partly, but that I also feel like, he's kind of in deep shit and he deserves it. So this is what it was. So he was arrested in February. He faces 22 charges in total, 4 felony counts of criminal possession of ID documents, so ID theft, 1 felony count of conspiracy to commit a felony, and over 15 additional misdemeanors and petty offenses. He appeared in court last week to confirm his legal representation, which he still has not retained. He has not yet secured a private attorney for himself, nor filed to apply for a public defender. We are working to hire an attorney, but it's just kind of hard with the prices. Adding later, it seems like I do have options, but I'm still waiting to get the 100%. So she's not even helping him out. I want to clarify this too. Her son, she's showing up at Trump's trial to talk shit to the press so she can get media, because she's dying in the polls, right? But she skips her son's trial. I want to point this out just for reference. Jeffrey Dahmer, who was a serial killer, his parents were at his trial every day. And when they asked him about it, they were like, yeah, it's horrible, and yeah, he does deserve to go to prison, but he's our son, and we support him. We're not going to, we're not going to ditch our son. But Lauren Boebert, fuck that shit. Bye-bye, Tyler. You're a liability to Mommy's campaign. She's such a scumbag, man. I can't believe her. Oh, so let's see. So let's go into this.
Those are those good old-fashioned family values, Duncan. Family values, right there.
Well,
make sure you have all those kids.
Well, I